It is the start of our last day in Iceland. We fly home tomorrow. So today, we're concluding our trip by venturing out onto the Snæfellsnes peninsula. And here is a pretty view we've come upon. It's looking rather foggy out there. We've come to see one of Iceland's most scenic spots, Kirkjufellsfoss, and it is obscured by fog. Well, the mountain is,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. We're gonna go see the falls now, though, and just maybe stop by here later today since we want to see it without the fog. There's the waterfall. There's the mountain, semi-covered in fog. It's actually pretty majestic looking with the fog. And even without the mountain, this is a pretty waterfall as far as littler waterfalls go. The top of the mountain did decide to show its face for us. All it took was a little bit of patience. Awesome. One of the things that took us by surprise is the beauty of this quaint little town, Grundalar, right by Kirkjufellsfoss. Check it out. Well, might be pretty small to you. Might be one of those things that needs to be enjoyed in person.
Yeah.
Oh, what's yellow and square and lives by the sea? Svörtuloft Lighthouse.
Another reason why you want four-wheel drive in Iceland is because unexpected, horrible roads will be in your path.
Yeah, getting to this lighthouse was not a fun drive. We
No.
probably just shouldn't have done it in our car.
Yeah.
But there comes a point where you're too far in to turn back.
Yep.
There's some sweet cliffs here with birds as well.
There's nesting.
Whoa. It's a bridge.
Well, that's a cool bridge.
The sign says to lay down for bird watching, to distribute your weight more evenly so you don't collapse the rock. So that's what I'm doing. We're on our way to see Doergen Center, a famous beach here in the Snæfellsnes. Behind me here, that big mountain that's mostly covered in fog is Snæfellsjökull, or Snæfell's Glacier, the glacier that's the namesake of this national park. And kind of wish we could see it, but we can't. That's okay. But an interesting thing about it is it is said to be one of 7 centers of mystical energy in the world. Whatever that means. Alright, these are the stones for testing your strength.
Good luck. Oh my goodness. How many pounds do you think that was?
I think that's this one.
Oh, the 220?
I'm half strong.
Only half strong. I would be closer to this. Weakling.
Here we have the rusty remains of a ship that was wrecked here in the 40s, was it, Melissa?
1948.
1948. Pretty old boat. It's not looking much like a boat anymore. This is like the opposite of Diamond Beach. This is Garbage Beach. One of the rocks here on the beach, which I think is this one, I'm gonna call it this one, is called Songkletter, which literally means singing rock or song rock. And it's rumored to be a church of the elves. And some lucky few individuals have claimed to be here when openings appear in the rock and you can hear the elves singing. Kind of a fun little tale. Speaking of fun little tales, that big rock back there, it is said to be a troll woman carrying a load of fish on her back who was petrified while walking out at sea. This is Londrangor or something like that, home of some sweet rock formations and many a seabird. Ah, the wild coast of Iceland. I'm just glad we're not getting hammered by the sun today like we have been the last 4 days.
Yeah.
There is a sweet little hiking path here that goes all the way down. So you can get right up close and personal with those big rocks, which would be a pretty cool hike. But we're not up for that right now. It's a bit chilly and windy. And we'd rather just move along and see other things. Okay, we're in Bjarnarhöfn on the south of Snæfellsnes Peninsula. What are we looking at here?
I'm not sure.
Basically a big large pile of rocks at the very least.
It looks like a nose and a beard.
Kind of does look like it has a nose, huh?
Yeah.
And feet maybe?
Maybe feet.
We're going through the troll's legs. Oh, it's so tight. Okay, this is getting cool.
Look at that.
Woo!
I'm right in the corner.
Basalt columns. That's the sweet little beach inside of a cave. Now we're looking for Godkletter, which is what we came here for, which I translate to mean gate rock. I don't know if that's correct, but it's close enough. Here we go.
Hey, that looks like it. Wow.
There's Godkletter. Majestic. Iceland is like the most majestic place I've ever been. Needless to say. That's the point of all these long, drawn out vlogs.
Wow.
This is Rauðfeldsgjá, our last stop before the Shark Museum. It's like an epic gorge that we're hoping to walk up into.
This place reminds me of stuff out of the movies, like Jurassic Park, with the pterodactyls flying above.
Yeah, check this out. I swear, in like every one of our videos, I usually end up saying, this is just like Jurassic Park. And then I start singing the song. Welcome to Icelandic Park.
short.
Amazing. People are going further back up in there. Yeah. Well, that was pretty nifty.
It was.
Also a good way to get your toes wet. So wear good boots so you can go up in there.
But look, skills.
We didn't get wet really.
My shoes are completely dry.
Yeah. There was a crap ton of people back in there, so we couldn't really get in like we would have wanted to.
If we would have had our boots on, we could have just walked past them.
That's true. We've made it to Bjarnarhöfn, the shark museum. I'm excited to see Melissa taste this nasty stuff. You feeling the skin?
Yeah, it's really rough.
Yeah, it is.
It's like teeth in and of itself. So you get the piece of shark and the rye bread.
The stronger it gets. That's the best part.
There goes nothing. Fermented shark.
Oh gosh. How is it?
With the snaps.
It's really not so bad.
What's the texture like?
It's a little bit rubbery and chewy.
Ooh, gross.
This rye bread is alternative for
Not too much chewier than, well, it's almost like the chewy fat on a pork chop or something.
Oh, okay. I hate that. So this will be fun.
Yeah, Melissa's gonna struggle.
Should I do it with
With the bread, yeah.
the bread for sure? Okay, here we go. Oh man, I'm scared.
Easy.
Easy. You're like, this is great.
You like it?
I love it.
I think it's not so bad.
No. Little bit after, but
Yep, I'm tasting the after.
yeah,
Yeah, not too bad. How'd you do, Melissa? Were you able to swallow it?
I swallowed it.
exactly.
So this is the drying house where they hang up the shark to dry after it's fermented for 6 weeks. And we had a lovely presentation by one of the two brothers who runs this place and who makes the fermented shark, or hákarl. And they explained that the fresh shark is toxic to humans because it contains too much urea. So the fermentation process breaks that down. There's literally nothing added to it. It's just pure Greenland shark. And it does taste gross, as people say it does. and it lingers. I can still taste it. Ugh. All right, my friends, it is the end of our last day in Iceland. We've come to a place of special interest, the farm where Erik the Red lived. If you've heard of him, Erik the Red was a Viking warrior in the 900s, the 10th century.
Yeah.
His son, Leif Erikson, was born here.
Yep. Most people know who he is.
Yeah. This is a reconstruction of his house.
They can't have been very tall, right? Maybe they shouldn't make tall houses.
I don't know. Or maybe they didn't build this the right height because they didn't know how high to build it.
That's fair.
I like to imagine the Vikings were freaking huge.
Yeah, I'm sure they were.
Freaking jacked. It's a pretty place. But they say Erik the Red, being a ferocious warrior, didn't like the pastoral life. And he got in fights with his neighbors, killed one of them, and was exiled from the area. Sailed to another island to the west. Of course, he ended up discovering Greenland, while his son, Leif Erikson, ended up discovering the New World. There's a Viking settlement from Leif Erikson and his crew in Newfoundland, Canada, and they think that some people associated with that crew even went as far south as New York.
New York, as in Long Island, New York, specifically.
Had we been here during opening hours, we would have been able to go inside of the turf house and be entertained by people in Viking attire
Yes.
around the fire.